Good day, everyone. I am Olatunji Damilare Emmanuel, a MSc Engineering in Artificial Intelligence student at the Carnegie Mellon University. For the purpose of this recording, I'll be walking us through on how to harness Kaggle for your deep learning assignment. For this recording, I'll be providing a step-by-step guide to expose you to what Kaggle is all about. So for this recording, I'll do a brief introduction on what Kaggle is all about. Then we'll move straight into the demo session where we explore how to create or import an already existing notebook, join various Kaggle competitions that gives you the access to the dataset, and of course that will expose us to the different accelerator types that we can actually use in order for us to speed up our training. While we are done with this, I will expose us to how we can track active events, and we'll be able to know the numbers of time our modest training has taken so far, and of course how to use Kaggle APIs for generic tasks like submitting your predictions, which will in turn help you to know your position on the leaderboard. What exactly is Kaggle? It's a platform where data scientists and machine learning engineers prototype their work, and in order for you to be able to do this, you actually need a data set to play with, and that is where Kaggle comes in. It gives you access to be able to access data set, and upon that it gives you access to a pre-built notebook where you'll be able to write your code and experiment. You'll be able to do all that is needed by a data expert, such as data exploration, model training, and you do your inference where you'll be able to generate your submission file, and you're able to submit it to maybe a leaderboard, suppose you're in a competition. So Kaggle supports two programming languages, but for the purpose of this course we will only be using Python. And to add on to this, what makes Kaggle much more interesting is the fact that you have 30 hours per week free access to GPU, meaning that this comes at no cost. So for a single training, you can enjoy this GPU session for as long as 12 hours. Once you're approaching 12 hours, you'll be notified that the session will be timed out in a few minutes time. Alright, suppose you don't have an account yet on Kaggle, you need to visit kaggle.com in order for you to register. And to register, you can either use your Google email or you use the other email account you have in order for you to create an account on Kaggle. And once you are done with this, you'll be required to sign in, and once you are done, you'll be led to this web page. And to start with, create a new notebook. To do that, you click on the create button by the left pan and you click on new notebook. This will help you to be able to create a notebook. And how does the notebook look like? It looks like this. It looks like this. And I actually played with it a little bit, and these are some of the things I will be exposing us to during the course of the hands-on session. I think it will be good for us to walk into the demo session to see how all these things work. Alright, how do you import an already existing file? To be able to do this, what you have to do is to click on File and click on the Import Notebook. Then it opens this up. Suppose the file you want to continue your work with is an IPYNB file or a .py file. You can do two things. One, browse through your local directory to select the file, or you drag and drop. Either of the two options works, and with that, once you are done with that, you click on the import and you'll be able to import an already existing notebook. How can I join a competition? How can I join a competition? For each assignment to be given, you'll be required to join a competition. And how can you get that done? How to do that is to click on Input. It's a drop down and it will expose you to add input button. Once you click on that, you need to know the competition name you would want to join. Suppose the competition name I want to join is 11785 for 2024 homework 4 part 2. What you have to do is to click on the plus button. Click on the plus button. But because I have joined already, it's showing me that I want to remove myself from the competition. I can actually do that and show us how to join. I have removed myself. Now I want to join back. Right? How can you do that? You click on the plus button like I said earlier. Then that will give you the opportunity to be able to join the competition. It is downloading. I have joined the competition. To validate or verify this, you'll notice that I have this now on my notebook. And what comes with this is the data set, like I said earlier. And for you to be able to see, you just click on the drop down and you'll be able to see how the data set for that competition have been sectioned. So that is how to join the competition. I equally said I'm going to walk us through the different accelerator types with Kaggle, which you can actually leverage. There are 4 options. There is none. There's GPU T4 times 2. There's GPU P100, TPU VM V38. Suppose the work you want to do on Kaggle do not require you to use high compute resource. You can actually use the GPU, which I think should be sufficient for you to get your tasks done. Basic tasks like data loading, data exploration, you can actually get this done using the CPU offered by Kaggle. Suppose you want to start your model training, you can leverage on the other 3 options, which includes GPU T4, GPU P100, in order for you to speed up your training. And how do you confirm that the resource you've chosen has been enabled? You can run the code below, NVIDIA SMI, and when you run the code pressing the play button, it returns an output which shows what the resource you chose contains, and the GPU P100 contains a 16 gig memory, a 16 gig RAM. So with that, I should be able to run my training. You can decide to switch and try the P4 times 2. This comes with 2 virtual GPUs and each of them is 15 gig. So you can decide to use any of them. I think another important thing you would want to know is tracking the active event you have at the moment. And if you notice on the left pan, the bottom path, you will see that this notebook is currently running and it has run for an active session of 1 hour. Would you want to stop the session? You can equally click on the button to the right and you see stop session and many more. But of course, what do you need this for? You'll be able to track the numbers of hours which the notebook you are currently on has been running, and it will give you a lot of information. So suppose you've started training, you will see the percentage of the GPU that your training is consumed. By the moment, I'm not training anything, so I haven't consumed any part of my GPU. All right, to continue from there, the Kaggle APIs. Why do you need this? You can use it for generic tasks like submitting your submission, and this will in turn help you to know your position on the leaderboard. So in order for you to be able to do this, you need to authenticate yourself, and for you to be able to authenticate yourself, you use your Kaggle username and the key, and all these things can be gotten from under your profile, and under that you see settings where you'll be able to create a token, and in the token you'll be able to download a JSON file, and therein you'll be able to put your username and the key. All right, so you just have to run this code. When you run this code, you'll be able to authenticate yourself. And yeah, so let's say I want to see people on the leaderboard leveraging Kaggle APIs, and so I can equally see those on the leaderboard and the competition I'm actually in right now, and And that is that about that. Should in case you want to submit a file, your submission file, which will be generated in the output session once you are done with your model training. So you can actually run this code, which helps you automatically to submit your file for the competition. And like I said, it will help you to see your position on the leaderboard. Thank you for listening.